this is a really bizarre twist, right, to the Kelly Oubre story. Kelly Oubre was in an alleged, I have to say alleged, now alleged car accident over the weekend, and he's going to miss a significant amount of time. He's got some broken ribs. And then news stories started to file out about, like, well, the cops haven't been able to track down any camera evidence of an accident, which is kind of weird because it happened to him in Center City, Philadelphia, which is notoriously filled with cameras everywhere. You know, businesses and ATMs and traffic cameras and all that. So that is kind of odd. Like, oh, there's no footage of this. But the latest thing is that TMZ leaked footage of Kelly Oubre entering his apartment moments after being hit in the accident. And the footage appears to be from the Ring camera from his apartment. And Charlotte, you are the resident journalist, or you're more journalist than I am at least. What are some of the integrity issues you are encountering here when you think about how this footage was acquired and their decision to even publish it?
Well, I think TMZ this is their whole bread and butter, right? And they also pay people for stuff like this. They shell out lots of money to get this sort of video, to get stuff that other journalistic entities would not run because it is not ethically sound. Because this is the Ring camera from someone's home, not just someone's home, a famous NBA player's home, who is in the middle of something that people are starting to get a little confused about. And people are asking Nick Nurse, do you believe him? And Nick Nurse is like, why wouldn't I believe him? And so I guess the questions, and I have absolutely no intel on this. So this is complete.
We're not talking about Kelly Oubre right now. We're talking about
no.
TMZ.
This is the Ring camera.
Yeah.
I have no intel when it comes to the Ring camera. But to me, it's either that somebody with access to it leaked it to TMZ for a reason, or somebody who has someone with access to it who should have access to it leaks it to TMZ. Someone with access to it who should not have access to it leaked it to TMZ. And I think what it comes down to in something like this is, what is the motive, and who benefits from showing Kelly Oubre coming home with his bike appearing hurt. And those are roads that I am not going to go down, because that is not what we're doing here. But I think that the actual act of publishing that is sort of mind-blowing. I saw it and I was like, I cannot believe this is on the internet.
This is, so to me, you say who has a motive to do it. You already answered your question. This is an entity that pays people for stuff. We went through the same conversation a year ago with the Jordan Poole punch. That how did this footage get out? And I had to explain to people, like, because everyone's like, oh, it's probably the video coordinators. Like, the video coordinators are not going to do that. They're not going to do something so easily traceable to them to jeopardize their employment. No video coordinator wants to be a video coordinator for the rest of his life. You do it because you want to move up. I was a video coordinator, and I wanted to be a front office guy, and I became a front office guy. A lot of video coordinators want to be coaches, and they become coaches, like Eric Spoelstra and Mike Brown and a host of others, right? The camera, to me, that looked like a security camera. It was someone who works in the building who has access to that. But even then, that's hard to trace down or trickle down to a single person, because there are a bunch of people who have access. And why would someone do that? Because a security guard is probably going to be a security guard at this job for as long as it is. And they get paid whatever they get paid, and you get offered a bunch of money for this thing. It's a different story. In this case, this is a Ring camera in an apartment. Kelly Oubre is signed on a 1-year minimum deal. I'm guessing he didn't buy an apartment in Philadelphia. This is a rental. So who has access?
Who controls that?
Who has access to that? Exactly. Is it the landlord? Is it Kelly Oubre and other residents in the thing? Is it a mixture? We don't know. But I'm guessing the only incentive that would make someone release something like that is financial compensation for it.
Totally. There are a lot of thousands of dollars tossed around for that one.
I'm TMZ. Without any other information in this story, it's just an invasion of privacy at this point. And that's the part that, to me, I get that TMZ plays fast and loose with these things, but this is on another level. This isn't reporting that Michael Jackson has passed away before anybody else even knew that he was on his deathbed. This isn't releasing footage of a punch we had all heard about but thought we would never see. This is just like, hey, look at this guy's house. Look at where he lives. Hey, listen to this conversation with his significant other. And that's just gross, you know?
And hey, think about how many people have access to your life. And what do you, I mean, and I think that what's interesting about it, I mean, is that they did it purely for SEO. They knew people were searching Kelly Oubre. They had a Ring camera footage that they had gotten from some. Also, the devil works hard, but TMZ works harder. Jesus. Are you kidding me? They've got they got a person in the building to give them that. So I think that it comes down to just an easy, crass grab for clicks because they know that people are searching this. And if they have video, even if that video is of nothing, I mean, it's just like the cycle that we're in, and it's really gross. And everybody check your Ring cameras, I guess.
All right. Before we
check
get
those
out,
permission settings.